8 more arrested over deadly Hong Kong blaze as toll rises to 128 with hundreds still missing. A devastating fire in Tai Po's Wong Fuk Court public housing complex has killed 128 people, with up to 200 missing. Fire alarms in all 8 towers were found non-functional, and the cause of the fire remains under investigation. Authorities have arrested 8 people, including project managers, consultants, and subcontractors, over negligence. Survivors face temporary shelters, while families of the deceased will receive government compensation. The fire, starting on lower floors of Block 6, quickly spread across multiple towers, marking Hong Kong's worst fire in decades. Wong Fuk Court was under renovation, wrapped in bamboo scaffolding and green mesh. Flammable polystyrene boards and mesh nets fueled the fire, which shattered windows and spread rapidly across floors and towers. Temperatures inside reached over 500 degrees Celsius, making rescue extremely difficult. Despite inspections and safety reminders, the blaze overwhelmed firefighters. Authorities are assisting displaced residents, including foreign domestic workers, and arranging repatriation for those who died. Hong Kong has suffered its deadliest fire in decades. Survivors are asking how it was allowed to happen. Residents watched in horror as flames engulfed Wong Fuk Court, a 32-story public housing complex. Wong, an 8th-floor resident, only realized the danger when he heard screams, quickly evacuating with his dogs down a smoke-filled stairwell. The fire spread rapidly across towers under renovation, covered in bamboo scaffolding, and was upgraded to a maximum level 5 alarm. Thousands of residents, many elderly, were affected, while onlookers and families anxiously tracked loved ones amid the unfolding disaster. As 7 of 8 towers burned within hours, residents questioned why the disaster happened, citing construction safety and non-functional fire alarms. 3 arrests have been made amid criminal and anti-corruption investigations. Survivors, like Wong and his wife, spent the night in emergency shelters with few belongings, relying on volunteers for food, water, and support while waiting for news of loved ones. At least 128 people have died in Hong Kong's deadliest fire in decades, with many more still missing. Residents had raised concerns over flammable scaffolding netting and possible fire hazards as early as October last year, filing complaints with the Labor Department. Despite 16 inspections and repeated safety reminders, the renovation continued. Authorities warn the death toll may rise as searches of charred apartments continue, while investigations into negligence are ongoing. Authorities suspect construction materials, including nets, canvas, and polystyrene boards, did not meet safety standards, contributing to the fire's rapid spread. Residents reported non-functional alarms and slow evacuations. The Independent Commission Against Corruption has launched a task force to investigate potential renovation-related corruption, while the government announced inspections of all public housing undergoing major renovations. Wong Fuk Court, part of Hong Kong's public housing program, houses low-income families in a city known for sky-high property prices and long wait lists for affordable units. Nearly 45% of Hong Kong's population, over 3.3 million people, live in public housing. The fire at Wong Fuk Court has left hundreds, possibly thousands, homeless, with many of the residents elderly. The disaster highlights the vulnerability of low-income and aging populations in the city, where public housing is critical for daily survival. Many residents of Wong Fuk Court are elderly, with some in their 60s, 70s, or older. Wong and his wife, in their 40s, watched neighbors' homes engulfed in flames. Others, like Yoon, feared for elderly parents trapped inside, while a recent buyer lost months of renovation work and thousands of dollars as his new apartment was destroyed. The fire has left families devastated and uncertain about the fate of loved ones. How did Hong Kong's massive housing estate fire turn so deadly? Here's what we know. A massive fire tore through Wong Fuk Court, Hong Kong, killing at least 128 people and leaving many more missing. The blaze, officially extinguished after nearly 2 days, spread rapidly between towers, fueled by renovation materials and high temperatures that hindered rescue efforts. Over 4,000 residents lived in the complex, many aged 65 and above. Authorities have launched a criminal investigation as questions arise about how the city's safety standards failed to prevent such a deadly disaster. Wang Fook Court, under renovation and wrapped in bamboo scaffolding and safety nets, suffered a deadly blaze fueled by flammable materials, including polystyrene boards blocking windows. Firefighters faced extreme conditions inside dark, cluttered apartments, slowing search and rescue efforts. The fire began shortly before 3 p.m. at Wang Chong House, one of 8 towers in the complex, initially trapping over 200 people, later revised to 150 missing. By the time firefighters arrived, scaffolding and netting were already ablaze, causing the fire to leap from one building to another. 7 of the 8 towers were affected, trapping many residents inside amid extreme heat and falling debris. Rescue teams knew where people were trapped but could not reach them. Many initially reported missing have since been found among the dead, as families identify loved ones. Authorities are investigating why other towers were not evacuated quickly as the fire spread. Over 800 firefighters, 128 trucks, and 57 ambulances were deployed. 3 men were arrested for gross negligence, while the city's anti-corruption body made 11 more arrests linked to renovation work. Flammable polystyrene boards, protective nets, and other construction materials may have accelerated the blaze. At least 128 people have died, including a 37-year-old firefighter, with over 100 injured. Hundreds of residents are now homeless, many elderly, and spending nights in temporary shelters. The government is providing emergency funds, living allowances, and compensation to families of the deceased. Survivors, like residents Ho and others, continue to grapple with loss, displacement, and uncertainty. The government is providing emergency funds of 10,000 Hong Kong dollars, $1,200 USD, per household, additional living allowances, and 200,000 Hong Kong dollars, $25,700 USD, compensation to families of the deceased. The Wang Fook Court blaze is likely the deadliest in Hong Kong since World War II, far surpassing the 1996 Garley building fire. Such disasters are extremely rare due to the city's strong building safety record. Bamboo scaffolding, common in renovations, is flexible but combustible, prompting plans to switch 50% of new public building projects to metal scaffolding. The fire has intensified pressure on Hong Kong and Chinese officials, with Xi Jinping offering condolences and urging full support to minimize casualties and losses.